Okay, I'd like to show you the electrical systems of my bike here. This is a 48 volt, 20 amp hour lithium phosphate battery from Ping Battery. The BMS is on the inside underneath this flap. This is 1-inch closed cell foam. And it's hooked up to this 35 amp Crystalite controller, which is held on with tie straps, through this 220 volt connector. The plugs are on the side. The plugs are sideways as opposed to up and down like a 110. So this end here goes to the controller, and this is the end from the battery, and you can see the red and black wires from the battery. This XLR connector is hooked up to a charger. It goes to the BMS also, and it goes from the charger, which is up here. This is a 5 amp charger, also from Ping. It's also in 1-inch closed cell foam, and that LED light is on right now because it's getting power from this pack. So long as there's power in the pack, that light will be on. I'm not sure about the current draw, but it's on while it's plugged into the pack. So let's go around the other side. So you can see the on-off button on the controller, and there's the on-off button on the charger. Now I'm going to turn the controller on, and we'll have a look at the bike computer and see how many volts right now. So we go back around inside, and we'll have a look. This is the Crystalite computer. And right now, we're at 55.7 volts, and I haven't cleared it from my last little trip. So as we draw more current, of course, that goes down. So now I have a separate 12 volt system, or it's actually an 18 volt system now because I replaced it with a Makita 18 volt battery from my drill. I have a couple of these. I have 3 of them, in fact, and this is my spare, so I figured I'd use my spare for this. And the main running lights are running through this switch here. Turn it on. At the back, you can see my battery connector here. Pretty crude, but it's heavy duty and it works. It's just 2 aluminum plates, and they're soldered onto a couple of wires. They go into a circuit board back in behind here that hooks into all the systems, like all the signal lights, the main headlight and the tail light. I have a brake light hooked up, but I don't have the switch hooked up to my handlebar yet, so we'll just put the battery in. It just slides in. It takes a little effort to get it in there, so it's not going to fall out. Turn on the light, and we have tail light. You might recognize that. It's just kind of repurposed from the back of a car. It's a new tail light kit. I put 2 LEDs in there, and just basically redid the inside of it and mounted it upside down on top of the body. And double headlights, and those are just Lexan glass panels. And those headlights are Noma LED yard lights. They're high-intensity yard lights. And the nice thing about those Nomas is that they're not polarized. You can hook them up either way, and the circuitry inside will recognize if it's polarized or not, in the right polarity or not, and just correct it. So that's kind of nice. Signal lights on the side are hooked up through these little buttons that are wired into the top here of this this rubber handlebar handle. So when I press this button, signal lights come on. Pretty basic. And one on this side. And they're about halfway along the body length, so you can kind of get an idea from no matter where you are, unless you're directly behind it or directly in front of it. you probably wouldn't, you'd see them. You would see them, so. And, of course, there's the motor. That's the Crystal Light 405 motor. And it also has a torque arm on here. And I just double bolted it. I bolted it up here, and I've also bolted it here. So it's probably a little overkill, but I'd rather have that than spin out on the motor. I've also put a piece of an old inner tube, just a dead inner tube. I've harnessed it on top of the wire where the harness is for the Hall effect and the power to the controller, or to the motor. And I just hooked this up over top. I've left it open at the bottom in case any water gets in it. It can drain out. There's a little bit of water and salt on it already. I took it out for a ride in the rain, and it seems to be keeping water out of the connectors, so that's a good thing. So that's it for the electrical system for now, and see you later.